hypothesis testing. So let's do hypothesis testing. So what does hypothesis testing mean? Okay, Santosh, you were
Sir,
referring. Yeah.
third type of
Oops. Okay.
sampling.
I am
Yeah.
sorry. So it is stratified sampling. Okay. Thank you. Okay, that is stratified random sample. So sometimes what happens is in a sample, so the when I'm say let's take the example of age itself. Okay, let's take the example of age. The government is asking us to find out age. Okay, now, but then the government says your sample size is 10. If you're taking a sample size and giving me the average age, you should have 50% females and 50% males. Okay, if that is a condition that is implemented on my sample selection, what I will have to do is out of my 2000 people which I have the data for, I will have to segregate them who are males and who are females, and I will have to make two different buckets of them. Okay. Uh, let me slide. Okay. So what I will do is, we know we have 2000 people uh, of the population data, and this is the men. Okay. And this is the women. Okay. So what I'll do is out of this 2000, so suppose there are say 1500 men and then there are 500 women. Okay, now my sample size, what was our sample size in the earlier case? We said 50 is our sample size. So since the government said 50% should be males and 50% should be females, so 25, 25. So what I will do is I will randomly close my eyes and pick 25 people from here and 25 people from here, and then I will calculate my average. If the government says, okay, what you should do is you should have out of it should you should say it says itself 25% should be men. It says 25% should be women. It says and 50% should be children. Children means below age 18. So what I will do is out of my 2000, now I will create buckets. I will say men, I would say women, I would say children. Okay, if suppose this comes out to be 1200, this comes out to be say 300, and this comes out to be 500. Then what will I will do? So since my total sample should be a 50 size, 25% should be men here. So I will select 25% men from here. I will select 25% women from here. Then I will select. So basically 50% 50% of the children means I will select 25 children from here. 12 and a half I cannot select. So what I'll do is I will select 11 here and then I will select 14 here. Did you guys understand? If there is a rule implemented on the way on the percentages of what you can have in your sample, then it becomes a stratified random sample. Understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Perfect. Let's move on. So Santosh, for your question, we said we will associate a probability whenever we are calculating from a sample. Okay, so how do we do it? So how do we actually, so somebody is telling the average, so uh, the we just told the average age of India is 28 years. Okay, I made this statement. So how do I test it? So what is the confidence I have that this is correct? So how do we do it? We do it with using something called a hypothesis testing. Okay, so what do we learn? We use an inferential method called a hypothesis test to analyze the evidence that data is providing. So this is an evidence, right? Somebody has made a statement that the average age is 28 years. So we need evidence to prove it. Okay. So this is also based on data. Uh, so steps in hypothesis testing. So hypothesis testing can be done in three different ways. One is a traditional method, the other is a p-value method, and the other is a confidence interval method. So let's first look at the traditional method. Okay. Uh, so first try to understand what is a hypothesis. Hypothesis means it is a statement about a population parameter. So what is